From the Kurt Berglund Mathematics Institute, where we say there are three kinds of people in the world, those that can count and those that can't. This is Kurt Berglund with another in my series of baseball cards and dice demos, previews, / unboxing videos. And today, it's Pine Tar Baseball. Pine Tar Baseball, unlike the others, is a game that I have worked for, but I do not receive any proceeds for doing this video. This video is for education, information, and entertainment only, and to tell you where to get a lot of free stuff. If you go to ttlbaseballgame.com and you click on the free to try tab, you can get a number of things for free, including a complete copy of Pine Tar Baseball's directions, 4 teams, some announcer information, a sheet, and you can also get the 2020 projected cards for free, 108 of them, that we did back in May when it looked like there might not be a season. So what I did to create that set was to look at 4 different websites' statistical projections for 108 players, 54 American Leaguers, 54 National Leaguers, and then created cards as if those were their actual stats for the 2020 season. Then I realized that I needed to make more, and so there's actually a couple of additional sets as well, and if you let me know you want them, I will email those to you myself. But today we're going to use 2 of the other teams that you get for free under the free to try tab on the Pine Tar Baseball website, and that is 2 all-time teams, the all-time Los Angeles Dodgers and the all-time Atlanta / Milwaukee / Boston Braves. So what we're going to do is to take you through what the rules for Pine Tar look like, and what the cards look like, what the cards mean, and then if you're interested, let me know in the comments, ask questions, feel free to do that, and I will be happy to do a slow demo game to show you how the mechanics of the game actually work. First of all, one of the things you'll get under free to try with a copy of the instructions for Pine Tar Baseball, which looks like this, is the charts, and these are the charts for Pine Tar Baseball. This is it. 1 page, both sides. These are all the charts you have. Everything else for Pine Tar Baseball is found right on the player cards. So let's start with those. And to do that, we're going to look at the player cards for the all-time Braves and the all-time Dodgers. Let's get started. All right, so here we go with a player's card and a pitcher card for Pine Tar Baseball. These happen to be from the all-time great teams set, for which we carded 31 players per team per franchise. Per franchise currently active in the major leagues. So there's 30 teams and 31 players per team. No player is duplicated on more than 1 team. So what we have here is Davey Lopes. You get at the top of the card how they bat, how they throw, and that's true for Greg Maddux, a pitcher for Atlanta, and it's true for Dave Lopes, a pitcher for the LA national team, the Dodgers. All right, so the player's name and their positions. Now you're wondering, first of all, why they are colored differently. There are 3 defensive ratings in Pine Tar Baseball. One is positive, and if you get that, your color is green. That's the best fielding you can do as far as range goes. Then it's neutral, and that's a blue color, and then there's a negative, and that's the red color. So it range, blue, neutral, red, negative, G for negative, and P for positive for the green. So positive, neutral, and negative for range factors. The card has splits for batters. So this is versus left-handed pitchers. This is versus right-handed pitchers. These are the outcomes. In the upper right corner here, we have base running. You could be fast, medium, or slow, or moderate or slow. Lopes is fast, Maddux is moderate. Then you have a sacrifice hit chance out of 100. Lopes is an 82, Maddux is a 79. A stolen base chance. Lopes is an 87 with a stolen base opportunity rating of a B. Maddux is a 78 with a stolen base opportunity rating of an E. Injury rating is based on a chart. And then for outfielders or catchers, they'll look a little bit different. But for outfielders, Lopes has an A, which is an average arm. Down here is their error chance. 0 is the best. 9 is the worst. These are their error ratings for their fielding positions. This is Lopes' hitting stats. One of the things that makes Pine Tar unique is that you get 2 pitching breakdowns per pitcher. So you get a home and a road split for their pitching effectiveness. Maddux is an A+. It goes, the pitching ratings go all the way down to oh my God. The pitching ratings go, brain cramp. Pitching ratings go all the way down to a G as the worst. A is the best. A+ is the best. This is where Maddux starts the game at an A+ rating. Then after 2 times through the order, for the start of the 3rd time through the batting order, he retains the A+. That's not true for every pitcher. And at home, the same thing happens. What is he getting when he's at his home ballpark? He starts out as an A+, and he stays an A+ throughout. These down here are strikeout and walk modifiers. So we're going to pull in Phil Niekro here for just a second. Niekro gets a strikeout modifier if you roll a 55 or a 77. Notice Niekro also has a difference in his home performance. First 2 times through the order, he's a B. 3rd time and subsequent times through the order, he is a C pitcher. All right, continuing with Maddux. 7 innings pitched is his maximum innings, but you can earn more innings if you're pitching well. The S for Maddux means he is a starter only. And this is his balk and wild pitch chance on his card. This is for Maddux's hitting only. Okay. On Lopes, I think we've covered everything. Yeah, we have. Okay, so these are how the 2 cards break down. Now, the batters and the pitchers do interact in this game as follows. If on the batter's roll, you get a 0, in the ones die. So what we're doing here in Pine Tar is we're rolling 2 D10s. So if we get we'll say this is a 0-5 outcome, okay? So if the roll is a 0 or a 5 or a 10 or a 15 or a 20 or a 25 or a 30 or a 35 or a 40 or a 45 or a 50, and you get an outcome that matches one of these as the original result, then it changes. So let's suppose that the batter at the plate rolls a 0-5, and let's say that's a home run. But Greg Maddux is the pitcher. He's an A-plus pitcher. So we look up here, it turns into a walk. Original result, 0-5 home run, for example, and we get an A-plus. The A-plus pitcher turns the home run into a walk. That's the new result. And so on for these outcomes. Okay? So on those from 0 to 50, any roll ending in a 0 or a 5 can potentially change Lopes' outcomes from what they are on the card to the new result on the pitcher modifier table. In this way, good pitchers do better against the batters and can reduce their outcome. But the reverse can also happen. Let's suppose that you get a double as a result of your 0-5 outcome on your card, and the pitcher is a G pitcher, the worst you can be. That double turns into a home run. And so good pitchers make the results worse for the batter. Bad pitchers make the results better for the batter. And then, of course, you have those in the middle where results stay the same or roughly the same. In Pine Tar baseball, that's the basics of the batter-pitcher interaction. Doesn't happen on every roll. So for many rolls, for most rolls, you're going to look right off the batter card and do what that says. There is a chance for error checks on each card. There is a chance for a balk or a wild pitch on each card. And there are chances for ground outs and fly outs on each card and hit by pitch if that actually happened to the batter. But whatever happened in the terms of the splits in that particular season is what's reflected in that column for the batter's card. For the pitchers, those are combined into one column, so the pitchers don't have batting splits. That's why you'll see these looking a little bit different on the pitcher card because there's no other split column. It's just everything off this column. Okay, so for Pine Tar baseball, that's how that works. Now there are other tables. There are other charts. There is a steal opportunity table. Let's talk about Lopes for a minute. You get 4 points typically per team per game for stolen bases. And so Lopes is a B grade for stolen base opportunity. Get this in the picture. He's a B grade. That means he can go anytime once per series, or he can be part of a hit and run. Okay? So then once you do that, you take his stolen base chance number, which is an 87, subtract or add the catcher's total arm, and then roll your 2 D10s and see how you do. So in this case, with Lopes at an 87, if the catcher's arm is a 0, let's pull up a catcher just for fun. In this series, for the Braves, maybe it's Joe Torre. So Joe Torre's catcher's arm is a -5 as a catcher. So if Lopes is on first, -5 to 87 makes him an 82. You decide to send him, and it's a 41. He's safe. Okay, so he steals that one on Maddux and Torre. There are error chances based on what you roll and the fielder's error number, and then you get the results there. There is a ball 2 rule for A plus A and B pitchers. Anytime first base is occupied, a walk result is changed to ball 2. There's a base advancement table based on the runner's speed and the roll of the dice. There's a tag table for tagging up, depending upon where you are on the bases. Ground out tables for when a runner is on first, when it is not on first, and when they are on first. On the back side, you have two types of a positive defensive roll and a negative defensive table. An outfield chance to throw out the runner if you are trying to take an extra base. An injury table, a bases loaded ground out table, two bunt tables, and reminders of what to do for changing the pitcher's maximum innings, and the hit and run. Those are all of your charts for Pine Tar Baseball. That's it. Everything else is found right off the player cards. Now you will see sometimes in Pine Tar we are rolling 4 dice, and that's to make a randomizer. So if you get a odd result on the green die, you read the red die as the 10s and the white die as the 1. On the other hand, let's say you roll a 6, you have an even number on the green die, then the blue number becomes the 10s number and the white die becomes the 1s digit. And in a very, very quick summary, that is how to play Pine Tar Baseball. I can go through a demo for you and walk you through a 9-inning game of Pine Tar. Just let me know, and I can create that and put that on my channel between these two teams. That would actually be teams that you can download today on ttlbaseballgame.com under the free to try tab. Alternatively, along with all of the instructions. Alternatively, you can also help yourself to the 2020 cards that we created as a part of the set, the free set back in May with the projected stats. You can download those as well. And there's a couple of other teams that you can download also. So there's a lot of cards along with the instructions and this chart that are all you need, along with a couple of D10s, and you are ready to play Pine Tar Baseball. I'm Kurt Berglund. This has been a demo unboxing information video on Pine Tar Baseball to get the free stuff and to try it out for yourself. Can't beat that on your budget. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more demo videos of games that you may not be aware of or may not know much about. Thank you for being with me. I hope you have a good night. We got to stick together, everybody. So long, everybody.